Hey friends, how a guy Rob Phoenix here. Hope we're all doing well. Thursday, June 19th. First nice day we've had in like 2 months. I know it's just been rain, rain, rain all the way through May, through June, and now it's like 90 degrees. But it is very breezy today, so it's nice. It's pleasant. I had to get up early. I got the rest of the lettuce out of the garden. I had to re-till that area. I planted some spinach, hyssop, lemon balm. Um, and I did some weeding, so that's good. Uh, I still have a little bit more space. I'm not sure what I'll put in there yet. But so that was this morning's work, and then just Sunny and I did mowing and that sort of thing. Not a lot to mow back here because it's, as you can see, it's all gardens. But in front of the house and on the one side there is some grass. So we did that, and I had to do some work in the larger pond out there, cleaning the pump and such, and refill the smaller pond because there's some sort of drainage issue with that one. Anyway, that was my morning, and I cleaned the grill up. I'm going to grill up some sausages and corn on the cob and a bunch of fresh veggies, just for dinner when Bill gets home. Just three of us. Um, Also, one thing I noticed the other day is that the crows in the area are gone. And it's so strange without them because they've the crows have been this constant presence for years. And there's this great big old dead tree up on the hill just here, where they would be perched. And I even over the years have gotten some amazing photographs, and I printed them in black and white of just the crows sitting up there. And it's just been, I don't know, just a striking image. But so I noticed that they were gone. And the other night, well, evening, I guess, Bill and I were sitting out on the front porch and we saw across the street skunks. And then we started noticing, we thought it was like the dog pee smell out here, but I realized this morning it's fox. So it all kind of works together. So when you see skunks, one of the things that will move into the area when there are skunks is foxes. And foxes are a natural predator of crows. So when foxes move into an area, crows tend to move out of an area. At first, I was nervous. Well, we see hawks around here a lot, and hawks will go after the crows too. But they seem to kind of live in harmony, the hawks and the crows. Um, and then another thing that is a sign when the crows are gone is you might have copperheads, snakes. And I was starting to get worried about that because you want to keep your if there's grass near your home, you want to keep that down because you don't want to be surprised by a copperhead. So in this area there are a lot of dogs, a lot of people have dogs in this neighborhood. Um, but yeah, we noticed the skunks. It looks like they were across the road from us. There's a house, a younger couple lives, and we saw two little baby skunks coming out. I mean, they're cute, but they could have rabies or whatever. And we told them that you have skunks, and he said, "Yeah, we've done everything to get rid of them, but we can't." Um, so I think the foxes moved into the area, the crows left the area. So it's just really interesting how your local, I don't know, ecosystem, whatever you want to call it, works. Um, and it changes, it changes over time. Now, skunks are not ideal in the neighborhood. When I first moved here 12 or 13 years ago, there were just skunks everywhere here. All this whole area at nighttime, you would just see their glowing eyes all over the place. And then I brought my dog Frodo with me, and then Bill got another dog, and then we just started rescuing dogs, and then more and more younger people were moving into this general neighborhood, and they were bringing dogs because it's a fantastic dog walking neighborhood. And the more dogs moved in, the more skunks moved out. But anyway, the skunks are back. So if there's any truth to the folklore tales that I've been kind of talking about lately, the Queen of Crows It's like a fairy sort of character. Um, Usually, when you see a collection of crows or a murder of crows, as they call it, it's to signify that she's at work and she's usually up to no good. So the fact that she's not in the neighborhood right now is a good sign. I'll take it as a good sign. Again, I know I've said this before. I've never heard of those stories growing up, but I trust the source that they came from. So no harm. I mean, God made this earth. He made it pretty amazing and so many mysteries and things we don't fully understand yet. So why not? Um, so that's that. So also I have some old deer bones that I turned into. If you want to keep, this is kind of going along with that. If you want to keep like malevolent spirits and malevolent entities and like spirits of the dead away from your property, you kind of make a sort of a wind chime out of bones. So these are deer bones, and I had them I put them on this wire, but I think I might switch it out to like a maybe fishing wire or something lighter so they swing more. But that clattering of the bones is believed to keep them away. And it's a nice breezy day for that. So I want to get these on a different kind of wire. Um, Also today, the other day, I decided I was going to start smoking a pipe. Turning into an old man. My grandfather smoked a pipe, and as I get older, I'm turning into my grandfather, and that's okay. So I ordered this pipe. I don't know anything about smoking a pipe, but I didn't want tobacco. I didn't want nicotine. I just wanted natural herbal blends. And so it came today. Here's the pipe. It's nice, right? This is basically the beginner's pipe. It's for somebody like me who doesn't know what we're doing yet. Um, it came with a stand. So anyway, that's on there. And I ordered herbal smoking blend, clove, cinnamon, and holy basil. And it says on the back, beneficial for coughs and colds. I can't imagine inhaling some kind of smoke would be good for a cough, but what do I know? Um, and then this Sacred Eagle Herbal Smoking Blend. Now, this one I did try. I just took a couple puffs of it. There's nothing illegal. There's nothing contraband or whatever you would call it about this. But I did not expect it to chill me out like it did. It was weird. Like I just took like two puffs of it because I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. Um, I don't want to say I felt lightheaded, but I just was, I don't know. I just kind of like sat chill for like 30 minutes, just like, I don't know, staring at something. I don't know. But anyway, so I really like took a deep dive into the ingredients. In other words, I flipped it over, looked at the back, and it says it contains spearmint leaf, mullein or mullein, however you say that leaf, red raspberry leaf, blue skullcap, lobelia, which is also known as gag root, poisonous, but I guess in small doses it can be a little calming. Same with skullcap, it could have a sort of a calming effect. And passion flower, that's like a sleep agent. I don't know what you would call that. Sweet marjoram and calendula, pot marigold, as they call it. Um, so it does have like three or more sort of calming. Can't think of the word. Anyway, has that effect of relaxing you, whatever the word may be. Um, so yeah, I was not expecting that. So, but now I know. Um, so in moderation, this could be a good smoke blend. Just in the late afternoons or whatever, just sort of chilling. Obviously, I don't want to be taking smoke breaks at work, but that's not what this is for. This is like the non-addictive stuff. I don't want nicotine or tobacco. But it was like a pleasant fragrance when I burned it. Yeah, so that's that. So I'll try various different blends. Uh, but now I know this one is like really the chill out blend. And this one for coughs and colds, I don't know. I just clove, cinnamon, holy basil. I imagine it will smell good. Oh, I can sort of smell it through the packaging. Oh no, that's just a lotion on my skin. Anyway, So yeah, that's what's going on today. So yeah, just hanging out outside. Our office is closed because I work for the government. So Juneteenth is a government holiday. I guess that means no mail or post office or banking. That's fine. I don't want to do any of those things today. So yeah, just working outside, just hanging out in the garden, just enjoying the sun. It's so nice to see the sun. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. And oh, one thing I was kind of reading about was there's a figure in Pennsylvania Dutch history called Mountain Mary. Real name Anna Marie Young. Uh, she was in Berks County, the Oldie Valley of Berks County, like late 1700s into the early 1800s. And she lived kind of in an isolated cabin or house, whatever, uh, apparently with her two sisters. And she raised raised bees for honey and also had some cows that she like dairy cows and she was able to make butter. And so she would sell the honey and the butter for money. Um, and apparently the two sisters died and they're buried there on the property. And Anna Marie or Mountain Mary kind of became sort of known as a local recluse, a local healer, a local holy woman. Um, some people claim that she would make medicines from plants and herbs in her garden. Uh, there's no real, there's nothing really recorded in history to back that up. Some people say she was a holy woman, an abbess, just this pious Christian woman, who lived up there by herself and who was very self-sufficient and independent. And that's all we really know about. Um, Now, in modern times, it's popular in Pennsylvania Dutch culture to think of her as a powwower, but there's really no history to back that up that she was a powwower. But there are even some people who believe that they are uh, a part of her powwowing lineage. If she wasn't a powwower, then I mean, I don't. It is what it is. But there's no indication that she trained people in powwowing and started any kind of lineage or whatever. Um, but I guess it's a way to sort of make yourself feel more connected by just kind of, whatever, latching onto a historical figure, I guess. But anyway, she does seem like an interesting person. Excuse me. Better smoke some of this for this cough. Uh, Seems like an interesting person, but there's very little we know about her. So if anybody knows anything factual and can link to it and share that with me, I'd be glad to know because I would like to learn more about her. Um, yeah, so that's Mountain Mary. But we do have all kinds of interesting figures and characters and uh, powwowing saints. I guess you could say like Nelson Raymeyer and Sophia Baylor. They're like the saints of Pennsylvania powwow. So anyway, that's it. Great day. Get outside if you have this nice weather. Enjoy the sun. I think tomorrow is supposed to be like 175 degrees. So I'm going to enjoy today while it's still tolerable. But that's it. Love you guys. God bless you all. And we'll talk again very soon.